Her hit and run victim gives an update on her son's condition, and Pittsburgh hosts an event to support business women. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, Pittsburgh State University hosts an even attended to inspire the next generation of women in business. Plus, lawmakers in Arkansas show their support for new legal protection for farmers. And an Arkansas community fights back against crypto mining.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The mother of Braxton Thrasher, a young man critically injured by a hit-and-run accident last Saturday, has provided an update on her son's condition. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. Braxton has been in the hospital for the past week after a man who has now been arrested by police hit him while Braxton was driving his moped. Since then, Braxton has undergone 3 surgeries and is expected to be making his way from Mercy Hospital in Springfield to St. Louis to receive further treatment. His mother says she is very thankful for the support she and her family have received. She says Braxton is a great young man who took care of his family. The Domino's Pizza in Carthage, where Braxton is employed, is putting on a fundraiser for Braxton. Since the incident, friends, family, and the Domino's location have been working on ways to raise money for Braxton.
He's been an outstanding employee. He's always been here to work on time. He's kind of a go-getter. He's always wanted to learn and picked up on things pretty fast. I was actually really excited as we were getting close to finishing his pizza certification this week, and unfortunately this accident happened on Saturday night.
There are multiple GoFundMes that have been created for Braxton. The Domino's Carthage location will have their fundraiser on December 11th. 25% of each purchase will go directly to Braxton's recovery. Pitt State hosts a first ever She Means Business conference today. The event, sponsored by the Pittsburgh Area Chamber of Commerce, featured inspiring speeches from women entrepreneurs and business leaders. The event included networking opportunities for like-minded women to connect and share how they overcame roadblocks as women in business.
I would listen to terminologies, I would listen to processes, and then as I would share with homeowners and clients, co-workers were like, whoa, she's listening, she knows what we're talking about.
The conference ended with an award ceremony celebrating the achievements of women in the community. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at weather.
Well, the last couple days have been much colder, but we go on a warming trend as we head into this weekend. Current temperatures in the 30s right now. We're dropping down a few more degrees, getting down to the mid to lower 30s for overnight low. We also have southerly winds gusting about 10-15 miles per hour all the way through tomorrow, and then they pick up 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts out of the south most of the weekend because we're waiting on a cutoff low pressure to rejoin with our upper level flow and then continue to propagate eastward, bringing us some possible rain showers on Sunday. Now those showers are mostly going to be south of us, south of I-44, but we might still see a few sprinkles as we head into the afternoon on Sunday. But you can see temperatures are going to be above average all weekend long, 58 on Saturday, 57 on Sunday, and then starting to cool down midweek next week. But I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
All right, Lindsay, thanks. Recent data from the Arkansas Department of Health shows doctor offices have seen a recent surge in RSV. Officials say the surge began in October. RSV is a common respiratory virus that infects the nose, throat, and lungs. Officials say RSV can be worse during winter months, especially for younger children.
For adults with big airways, a little snot, a little sniffle, a little congestion, not a big deal. But then we go to a family gathering and we come back with the kids, and for someone who has a tiny airway, that mucus overwhelms them very, very quickly, and it can be a much, much bigger problem.
Dr. Lyon goes on to say, simple things can minimize your risk for RSV, such as irregular hand washing and avoiding close contact with others who are infected. Arkansas lawmakers are sounding the alarm in support of farmers statewide. On Monday, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders joined 16 other Republican governors in signing a letter that demands a new farm bill from Congress. The old farm bill passed in 2018 and was set to expire in 2023 before Congress extended it 1 year. However, the extension has also now expired. Arkansas Farm Bureau Representative Brandy Carroll says the cost to grow crops has risen significantly higher than commodity prices, and farmers desperately need help.
Farmers are projected to lose quite a bit of money this year. In fact, we are looking at a 25.5% estimated drop in net farm income year over year.
The 2018 Farm Bill offered a protection called reference prices, meaning if the price of a crop dropped below a certain amount, farmers would get paid to make up the difference. The problem is, the current reference prices those programs are based on were set 15 years ago, and they don't adequately reflect the current cost of production. The concerns vary from extremely loud noise to an environmental impact, and one Arkansas community says they've had enough. Rebecca Brown takes us to Cabot, Arkansas, where the residents say no thanks to a crypto mining center.
We must ask ourselves, is it worth jeopardizing our safety, our economy?
Once again, crypto mining has become a trending topic. This time for lawmakers and city leaders voicing their concerns about another one possibly being built in central Arkansas.
These centers cause loud noise disturbances and pollution that produce negative effects on our people, pets, wild animals, nature, and overall well-being.
All problems we've heard before from people who live near these facilities. But for State Senator Ricky Hill, the problem is much bigger than that. He says it's the proposed location that poses more of a threat.
Why did they pick this facility that's less than 5 miles away from our airbase? This is a national security concern.
In order to put a stop to this, at Wednesday's press conference, Lonoke County Judge Doug Irwin announced he served the company allegedly responsible a cease and desist order.
The law allows them to pursue this, but to put in a facility, they have to fill certain guidelines, which have not been fulfilled at this point.
When asked if the company does eventually comply, will these political leaders reconsider? Cabot Mayor Ken Kincaid says he will stand with his community and do what's best for them in the process.
We will join with our neighbors in Lonoke County and our state senators and our representatives and legally do anything within our power to remove this from our community.
Last year, Arkansas passed what's become known as the Right to Mine bill. The bill prevents local communities from regulating crypto mining operations. The holiday season brought the Pittsburgh community out to a nativity festival. That story's coming up. But first, authorities in southwest Missouri say thieves have stolen hundreds of feet of copper wire.
Ashley's Black Friday ends Monday at Ashley.
Officers in one Missouri town say they are dealing with hundreds of feet of copper wire theft. Roughly $8,500 worth stolen from electrical poles. Reagan DiTrolio has more.
They cut from about like right there of that pole all the way down this whole row is probably, I want to say at least 12 or 1,500 foot from there to the other end.
Brightspeed Internet Service tells us around 450 homes lost internet service due to the thefts. Corporal Aaron Boland with the Buffalo Police Department told me why the accused thieves would want to steal that much copper wire and why we're seeing an uptick in this crime now.
Typically in the December months or the holiday months, people are hard up and they got either drug habits or just money problems in general, and this time is a stressful time for the pocketbook, so I guess they're looking for any way they could to make money, and you get enough of it, it's not worthless.
While other police departments like Springfield aren't seeing an uptick in copper wire thefts like Dallas County is, you still want to be prepared if you have a home or a business.
Install really good cameras, really nice security cameras. The better the picture that you have of someone who might be breaking into your business or stealing copper, the better picture you have, that helps us do our job more.
Corporal Boland says copper wire can get pretty pricey, especially the more you have.
We all worked together, we all got it done in a timely manner, as fast as we could possibly get it done, and got these guys put away to where they're not out stealing and causing more problems for the residents of Buffalo.
A little later, a big night for boys and girls basketball as Liberal takes on Northeast Arma. John has that story and Lamar's quest for another state football title coming up.
And we have a warm up this weekend into the upper 50s. I'll have those details coming up. While temperatures this week getting back into the upper 50s, even low 60s. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Temperatures tonight dropping down into the mid to lower 30s. So it is going to be still a pretty chilly night. However, much warmer than it has been the last couple of nights. We started off this morning at 19 degrees. And as we head into the evening, temperatures are already starting to drop down into those mid to lower 30s. We do have a few clouds pushing into the area early in the morning, but overall it is going to be a sunny day on Saturday, and then more clouds moving in on Sunday because of this low pressure system that is separated from the upper level flow. So there's our upper level flow. As you can see, it's where the strongest winds are. That's our jet stream. Now, the low pressure is just kind of cut off, so it's just going to sit over there until something drives it to rejoin back up with the upper level flow and continue off to the east. Now, that's going to happen on Sunday, where we might see a few possible showers mid-afternoon, mostly south of I-44, which we're going to take a look at here in a little bit. But temperatures are going to be above average. 58 on Saturday, 57 on Sunday, and then we also have southerly winds all weekend long and wind gusts up to 25, even 30 miles per hour. Now, temperatures 58 on Saturday in Joplin, 57 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Iola, Chanute, Neodesha, Yates Center, 61 in Sedan. Now, these are not normal December temperatures. Normally, we're sitting at low 50s to upper 40s, but we're going to continue to be warm most of this forecasting period. Now, Sunday, we do have overcast conditions through Sunday, especially out in the Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas side. That's going to drop our temperatures just by a couple of degrees. So 57 out in Joplin, Pittsburgh, 59 in Independence, 55 in Monette, 56 in Cassville. And then we'll continue to drop as that front passes. Now, winds, like we said, gusting out of the south. So we got a southerly breeze kind of bringing our warmer air into the area, 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts. Now this is Saturday afternoon where we're seeing these winds really start to pick up as we head into the evening. And then again, we get another round of strong wind gusts out of the south on Sunday. Now we do have a few showers again Sunday afternoon, right around this time, 12:30 to 1, mostly south of I-44, which again, we're going to look at in a moment, but you can see winds are still going to be out of the south following that front. So it's a warm front that's passing. Now, as we head into Monday morning, this is pretty early, 4 in the morning, you can see winds are shifting out of the north, and that's going to be that cold front moving in. It won't drop our temperatures really on Monday, but will Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, this is that warm front we just saw on Sunday, 12:30, 1 p.m. Few showers south of I-44, maybe even creeping up a little north of I-44, but those are pretty light, so we might get a few sprinkles, but then it passes pretty quickly. Now, we're going to have clouds clearing out by mid-afternoon, just in time for the sun to set, so you won't even be able to see much sunshine, not really until Tuesday, because Monday, we have overcast conditions, our cold front line right there. It is a dry front, so we're not going to be expecting any rain chances on Monday, but we are going to have that cloud coverage most of the day. Now, as we head into Tuesday, it's where temperatures really start to drop, low 40s both Tuesday and Wednesday, but back into the upper 50s and even 60s for the rest of the week and weekend.
Weird to have such a warm up in December.
In mid-December. Yeah. It is, the fluctuation is just still getting that winter pattern really taking effect, but it really doesn't until January, I would say.
Wow. All right. Well, look forward to it. Thanks, Lindsay. The city of Grove shined a light on some new lights in the downtown area. Not just any lights. These new lights are designed to change to whatever color the city needs. The event also featured tree lighting, skating at the ice rink, and more. And the event was named after Ron Lay and his contributions to downtown Grove.
Rotary has helped us out with this, funding it. We've had a lot of big donations by people, and so we have lit up downtown with lights that can do anything. Turn red, turn green. So these lights are going to be able to tell a story. So if we got St. Patrick's Day coming on, we'll turn this town green. You know, when our Grove football team scores, we'll make these things go red.
The event also featured a drawing of $10,000. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Pittsburgh brought the holiday spirit with its two-day Nativity Festival. The event featured over 250 beautifully crafted nativity scenes, a kids' craft room, and a festive nativity scavenger hunt. Families gathered to enjoy the holiday magic Friday evening and throughout the day on Saturday at the church on 1507 Rouse Street in Pittsburgh, spreading cheer and celebrating the season. Families in Pittsburgh had a festive evening at the Wilkinson Alumni Center for a free holiday photo with Gus, the gorilla. Hosted by alumni and the constituent relations, the event featured complimentary foods and a holiday craft for kids. Parents enjoyed the chance to grab a keepsake photo, which will be emailed out next week. No registration was required, making it easy for families to soak up the holiday cheer. Organizers say it's all about creating memories for the community. Still ahead, Northeast Arma and Liberal tip off the high school basketball season in front of a packed crowd, and Lamar football plays for a state championship. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
Lamar High School football is in the Class II state championship for the 5th year in a row, and this afternoon the Tigers try to win their second consecutive state title. Lamar looking to defend its state title, facing Fair Grove in the Class II state championship game. We start with the opening kickoff. Aiden Sheet back deep to receive for the Tigers. He bobbles it, kicks the ball around. That goes backwards into the end zone. It's recovered by Fair Grove for a touchdown. Absolutely catastrophic way to start the game, and Fair Grove leads 7-0, but the mistake doesn't affect the Tigers. Lamar answers with an Alex Wilkerson touchdown up the middle. Game's now tied at 7 points apiece. A few possessions later, Lamar on the move, and here Wilkerson connects with, guess who? Aiden Sheet for a 68-yard touchdown. The senior receiver redeems himself, and Lamar takes a 14-7 lead. Next drive for the Tigers, Alex Wilkerson goes back to Aiden Sheet. He's going to make not one, but 2 tacklers miss on this play. He eventually gets escorted out of bounds, but later on in that drive, here's Wilkerson again, finding the end zone, and Lamar leads 20-7 after a missed PAT. That's 20 unanswered points. But Fair Grove would have a response just before halftime. Spencer Seiger goes to his running back Wyatt Hallam on a screenplay. He dives across the goal line and scores a touchdown. Lamar still leads 20-13. We go ahead to the fourth quarter. Lamar's up 20-19, and here's Seiger keeping it himself and scoring the touchdown. That gives the Eagles a 25-20 lead with just 3 minutes left to play. But the Tigers manage the clock. They get back into the red zone, and here Wilkerson scores a touchdown with 42 seconds left in the game. That gives Lamar the lead. The Tiger defense would hold, and Lamar repeats as Class II state champions. Tigers beat Fair Grove 28-25.
I said it a year ago, and I think it's even more true this year. Our team has overcame adversity over and over and over again, and in this season, these guys never gave up. They never lost faith. They kept fighting. And you want to talk about summing that up in a football game? Is the exact same way as it was a year ago.
High school basketball season's officially underway. Northeast Arma plays its season opener at noon in a packed gym. Hundreds of students from the Northeast and Liberal school districts pack the gym in Arma as the Lady Vikings play their season opener against the Lady Bulldogs of Liberal. Early first quarter, JC Maples fires a 3. She connects. That gives Northeast a 1-point lead. But this Liberal team went to the Final Four last year. They bring a ton of talent back. Sophomore Allie Barton hits a triple from the top of the key here. Then check out this passing display from Jordan Goodell to Tegan Dyer out to Sadie Meadows, and she drains a 3-pointer. Bulldogs up by 9 at that point. Here's one of those other returning starters from that Final Four team, Taylor Swarns. Nothing but net on this jump shot. Liberal runs away with it after a 17-0 scoring run in the second quarter. Bulldogs take it 51-22. Next up is the boys' game, season opener for Northeast. Second game for Liberal, who lost to Macaulay Catholic last week. Early first quarter, Taven Willard hangs and hits from the right elbow. That puts Northeast on top 3-0. A little bit later, Ben Digman flying down the floor and nobody stops him. He finishes the layup. The Bulldogs have scored 8 unanswered. They're not finished there. Elam Beeman gets it on the low block, uses his post moves, and he scores. It's 12-0 Liberal run at this point. End of the first quarter, Vikings trying to run the floor, but Dalton Davis jumps in front of that pass, then passes down to the other end. Cooper Trout corrals it, and he finds Beeman, who goes up for another 2. Liberal boys basketball earns its first win of the year, 58-35 over Northeast. Bulldogs complete the sweep of the Vikings, but I like a school that does something like that has first game of the year in front of all the students. You get a bunch of students that love to play the game like that, absolutely. And the athletes love it too.
Yeah, and good fight between both teams, and Liberal coming out on top. It's pretty impressive.
Big couple of wins.
All right. Thanks, John. We'll be right back. Well, some good news out of Calumet, Oklahoma. This doggone tale follows a pair of adventurous pooches who decided to take off from their farm. The pair's owners searched 2.5 weeks for Sugar and Susie and almost gave up hope. That is, until they got a call from someone in Virginia, nearly 1,500 miles away. Sugar and Susie's humans say the 20-hour drive to pick up their pooches was well worth it. The couple were able to find the location thanks to Sugar's microchip.
How did that happen? Virginia?
Yeah.
How'd they get there?
What's that movie with the dogs that travel, like all that's kind of...
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is insane.
I wonder if they enjoyed the weather.
I would assume so. I think dogs are like in the cooler temperatures. However, we're getting into warmer temperatures this weekend, upper 50s. Maybe some showers on Sunday south of I-44, but really we're going to stay dry all the way through next weekend where we see another warm up.
More state championship football coming up.
Tomorrow, Seneca's in the Class 3 state title game. They've dominated really all year. Nobody's come within 20 points of them this season.
It's going to be a good one for
sure.
Will be. Part of me thinks that they probably hitched rides on the way to Virginia, too.
That's what I think, too.
Just
it would have to.
I think so, for sure. Well, that's our time for tonight. Thanks for joining us. From all of us here, have a great night.